Right now, new data shows us just how much of the country's population is still vulnerable to the coronavirus. Plus today, one of the biggest days for shopping in America, how you can stay safe while getting deals on Black Friday.
Quiet weather across the country right now, but a storm system into early next week could change that for a lot of folks. We'll talk that storm's impact on Wisconsin.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Friday, November 27th. Hope you had an excellent Thanksgiving. I'm Chris Stanford. Hattie, Leah, and Josh all have the morning off. Nearly 100 million Americans, almost a third of the country's population, could have the coronavirus. That, according to a new data model developed by the CDC. According to NPR, if that number is true, that's about 8 times the number of confirmed cases. The model is used to figure out the number of cases that go untested, including asymptomatic carriers. Currently, there are 12.8 million confirmed cases in the U.S. We expect to hit 13 million cases by tomorrow. The number of hospitalizations hit a record for the 17th day in a row. More than 90,000 people were admitted to a hospital on Thanksgiving for their symptoms. The average number of daily cases also continues to rise. On Wednesday, the country reported more than 175,000 new cases. Here in Wisconsin, state and county health officials confirmed 4,546 new cases of COVID-19 on Thanksgiving. Nearly 1 in 5 of those cases are still active. Health officials also confirmed an additional 58 deaths yesterday. That brings the state's total to 3,303. New data says most Americans are still susceptible to the coronavirus. Researchers looked at blood samples from 178,000 people from across the U.S. and found that most people do not appear to have antibodies. The study finds that by the end of September, fewer than 10% of people had evidence of previous COVID-19 infection using currently available antibody tests, meaning more than 90% of the population was still vulnerable at the time the data was collected. The study came out this week in the Journal of the American Medical Association. Developing this morning, AstraZeneca says the data released on its vaccine earlier this week may be incorrect because of a lab error. On Monday, the drug maker released data that its shot candidate was showing efficacy results from anywhere to 60 to 90%. That data was based on 2 different methods of giving the vaccine. Well, now the drug maker says the 2 methods were an accident and there was only supposed to be one way to get the shot. AstraZeneca says the error has now been corrected and they will start new global testing to gather new data. Despite all the obstacles the pandemic brings, one family is happy to keep a decades-long Thanksgiving tradition alive. Check this out. For about 60 years, a Casanova family has enjoyed a huge Thanksgiving celebration hosted by matriarch Judy Thompson. More than 80 people typically come together at her farmhouse for cards, dessert competitions, and football. Well, one of Judy's dying wishes this year was that her family would continue doing things together. Obviously, they couldn't get together in person safely, so they planned a big day of virtual celebrations, showing off their food, playing games, and hanging out.
You can still do things creatively like our family is doing today, but you still feel a sense of connection, but we're doing it safely, so for the overall goal of everyone in this world, right, that we can gather again in person sooner rather than later.
Well, the family stressed that their in-person celebration isn't canceled, just postponed to when it's safe. They have a football pool this year, and the winner gets to host. Wisconsin farmers are giving us a lot to be thankful for when it comes to the contributions they made to our Thanksgiving dinners. There's the big one, of course, cranberries. Our state produces more than half of the world's cranberries, but there's quite a few other foods that our farmers produce for Thanksgiving dinners across the nation as well.
We have a lot of processing vegetables. Green beans, we're the nation's largest producer of canned green beans, not fresh, but canned and frozen. And then you get into sweet corn's a big crop here. Carrots, we have a lot of carrots, not the fresh ones, but the ones that are end up in foods.
The National Farmers Union says that this year, farmers get just under 12 cents on the dollar for whatever you spend on Thanksgiving. That varies quite a bit, however, once you look at individual foods. The rest of the dollar gets distributed along the supply chain. 6:04, Chris Reese in with your forecast this morning. What are you tracking for us?
Well, right now the weather across the country is quiet, but there's going to be a storm system that comes on the weather map early next week. I think that'll make some headlines for a lot of folks just because of the part of the country that is going to be impacting. That's starting to come together now. A couple of features on the weather map. One is starting to move into southern Texas as we speak. The other one is starting to move in to the Pacific Northwest. The two of these will likely phase into one bigger storm right over the Ohio and Tennessee valleys. This is a part of the country that has not seen a substantial winter weather event really in quite some time. This will have an impact on Wisconsin. It comes in the form of wind, not so much precipitation. Let's go ahead and put future track into motion. This is Sunday morning. You see the clouds and the moisture starting to increase across the south. This right here is the leading edge of some colder air that's going to be working its way into part of the country. As that storm system develops, it starts to merge with the colder air. You see where things are transitioning over to snow on the backside of that. We're talking northern Alabama and Georgia, eastern Tennessee, throughout parts of Kentucky, Ohio, and Indiana, getting in on the potential for accumulating snows. We will be windy for Sunday and Monday, potentially staying breezy into Tuesday as well, even though most of next week, really if not all of next week, is going to be quiet for us. It's going to be quiet as we go through today as well. High pressure starting to move in from the north and west. We have a little bit of cloud cover out there. That's as a cold front on top of us now continues to push down towards the south and east. High resolution Doppler is mainly quiet. A couple of snowflakes around northern Wisconsin near the Apostle Islands. We're going to be staying clear as we work your way towards south central Wisconsin. 34 our temperature right now. Still there's a little bit of cloud cover. That cloud cover eventually fades away. 36 in Janesville. We'll warm up towards 42 this afternoon. You see the sunshine. The clouds have moved out. We're staying clear as we go through the overnight hours as well. Look for those lows into the mid-20s. Then tomorrow with the southwesterly wind, we're going to see those highs into the upper 40s and close to the 50-degree mark. 45 as we move into your Sunday, 32 on Monday. We're staying in the 30s for much of next week, but at least that comes with sunshine. Cloudy 30s versus sunny 30s, they're two different stories. You know what I mean if you've lived in Wisconsin for any chunk of time. And it's going to be sunny 30s as we go through next week.
I know it well. Thanks, Chris. 6:06. Despite warnings from the CDC and public health officials, the number of people traveling by air has reached its highest level since March. The TSA says more than 1 million people across the U.S. passed through airports on Wednesday. Though it's the highest number in months, it's 40% of last year's travelers, which set an all-time record for days surrounding Thanksgiving. That also tracks with data from an Axios Ipsos poll released earlier this week, which found 60% of Americans were changing their holiday plans. A Trump administration official says the White House is strongly considering lifting European travel restrictions. The restrictions apply to travel from the European Union and the UK. They ban entry to most foreigners who have been in Europe in the past 2 weeks. According to an administration official, the CDC has raised some concerns. However, the agency isn't expected to block the move. The White House did not respond to a request for comment. The Milwaukee Bucks continue making moves in the offseason. The Bucks signed forward Torrey Craig, guard Brian Forbes, and forward Bobby Portis. Craig played the last 3 seasons with the Nuggets, averaging just over 5 points a game. Forbes played the last 4 seasons with the Spurs, averaging 11 points a game. The Michigan State alum played in 17 postseason games for the Spurs. Portis is a 6'10 forward coming to the Bucks from the Knicks, where he averaged just over 10 points and 5 rebounds a game. The season opener is December 22nd. The Packers receiving corps may not be 100% for the game against the Bears on Sunday. The Packers injury report shows wide receiver Devontae Adams did not participate yesterday with a lingering ankle injury, and Marquez Valdez-Scantling was added to the injury report with an Achilles injury. As for the Bears, we're not sure who's going to play quarterback for them on Sunday. Nick Foles missed the last practice, so the Packers could see Mitch Trubisky in action. Packers host the Bears Sunday night for their first matchup of the season. Kickoff is 7:20. Coming up, COVID isn't the only thing to avoid when shopping for Black Friday deals. How to make sure your information is safe when shopping online. And when the shopping's all over, you better get those packages out fast when the Postal Service says you need to get those gifts in the mail.
Beat the clock to
to the biggest Black Friday sale ever at Ashley Home Store. Save up to 70% off doorbusters and special deals on our hottest looks store-wide. Plus, take up to a bonus 20% off our sale prices Friday only. Doors open at 7 a.m. Shop early and receive a free gift. Ashley Home Store.
Shop Wild Easttown Honda for clearance deals on over 400 new Hondas. Lease a new Civic for just $199. That's $199 and absolutely zero due-it signing at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison.
Real customers are experiencing a real difference with Spectrum Internet and TV.
The speed is insane. It's always right there. Just boom.
It was easy to connect all of my devices, and I was able to find a plan that was affordable for me.
I'm saving money, and I'm even getting more speed.
Get the speed you need to do all the things you love on all your devices with Spectrum Internet, delivering the fastest starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits. Switch now for $44.99 a month. Call 833-918-4499.
With Spectrum TV, the picture quality is incredible. I feel like I'm in the movie.
The amount of stuff available on Spectrum On Demand is just never ending.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go. All from $44.99 a month. Call 833-918-4499.
Spectrum gives me the best deal no matter what.
Every day I'm saving money.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Ask about our easy self-install options to install your new services yourself. Call 833-918-4499.
Hey, Culligan. Got a water pitcher for the fam. Pretty safe, huh?
Well, basic water pitchers are passable, whereas a Culligan reverse osmosis system can reduce lead, arsenic, pesticide runoff.
Not going fast enough. Just done with that.
Beat the clock at A1 Furniture's Black Friday blowout. Save 25% off our low warehouse prices 8 to noon only. Amazing doorbuster deals, like your choice sofa or love seat, just $2.99 each. Shop in-store or online Black Friday only at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
Do you have dry, cracked hands from constant washing, cold weather, and hard work? Try O'Keefe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keefe's Lip Repair. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked lips.
I got your back, you got mine. Think about you all the time. Together we can come through. That's what love's made of. Give thanks, no matter how you share it.
Shop Wild Easttown Honda for clearance deals on 400 new Hondas. Lease a new all-wheel drive CR-V for $269. That's $269 and absolutely zero due-it signing at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison.
Beat the clock to the biggest Black Friday appliance sale ever at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Doors open at 7 a.m. Friday. Save up to 50% off doorbusters, special buys, and power packages, plus no interest for 18 months. Shop early and get a free gift at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Breaking in the last few minutes, several agencies called to a house fire in the town of Brooklyn overnight. Dane County Dispatch says firefighters were called to a home on Mortensen Road in Brooklyn off Highway 92 just before 11 o'clock last night. Dispatch says Brooklyn Fire was assisted by multiple agencies and were on scene for about 3.5 hours. No injuries reported. The condition of the building, though, and the cause of the fire are unknown at this time. In a late-night ruling just before midnight on Thanksgiving, the Supreme Court moved to block New York's COVID-imposed limits on religious services. By a vote of 5-4, the High Court granted requests by the Catholic diocese and synagogues in New York to lift the state's attendance limits. The court ruled that Governor Cuomo's orders violated the group's First Amendment rights to freedom of worship. President Trump's newest appointee, Justice Amy Coney Barrett, provided the deciding vote for the majority against COVID restrictions. The justices who support the governor's orders considered them necessary for public safety in the midst of a deadly pandemic. The Justice Department is appealing a court ruling that keeps it from taking the place of President Trump in the E. Jean Carroll defamation lawsuit. Carroll is the former magazine columnist who has accused the president of raping her in a department store dressing room in the 1990s. Carroll sued Trump for defamation when he denied the rape and claimed that she made the allegations to boost sales of her new book. Last month, a federal judge rejected the DOJ's attempt to substitute in as a defendant to the lawsuit. If approved, it would have likely led to the dismissal of the case because the government cannot be sued for defamation. Customs and Border Patrol says they have apprehended nearly 1,000 unaccompanied migrant children attempting to cross the border. CBP says all of those apprehensions were made over the last week and brings them to nearly 10,000 unaccompanied minors arrested since September. The number of unaccompanied kids is only expected to go up as we head into the holidays as well. In the next 120 days, CBP says they expect a 50% increase in the number of kids they detain at the border. Once detained, they are able to apply for asylum or refugee status and can stay with the sponsor in the U.S. Nicaragua facing a long road to recovery this morning after being devastated by 2 consecutive hurricanes. Preliminary information found damages caused by Iota and Eta exceeded $742 million. More than 3 million people, almost half of the nation's population, have been affected. The EU is offering Nicaragua more than $10 million in aid. Meantime, the U.S., the ambassador in Nicaragua, is pledging $1.5 million to assist the community. NASA getting closer to going back to the moon. Engineers have been putting together the rocket design to take the first woman to the moon later this decade. The first of 10 segments now sitting on a mobile launcher at the Kennedy Center in Florida. Once fully assembled, the rocket will be taller than the Statue of Liberty. This is the first rocket being constructed under the Artemis program, which plans to have Americans back on the moon by 2024. Pretty cool, huh, Cursories?
That is something pretty cool. Also pretty cool is the weather out there today. Not cold, but cool. That's the way to call it. 34 degrees this morning, which is oddly enough milder for this time of the year. We still have a little bit of cloud cover, and that cloud cover is what worked to keep our temperatures on the milder side overnight. 40 in Kenosha right now. 34 for our friends in Monroe. Good morning to you guys. Good morning in Mineral Point, also at 34. Janesville, good morning at 36 right now. We are dry. High-resolution radar free of any showers or snow showers until you work your way towards northern Wisconsin. That's the one part of the state where we have a couple of snowflakes flying. That should miss us completely. Any cloud cover goes away by the time we get you towards late morning and early afternoon. Sunshine in full by the time we get you towards lunch. Temperatures will be in the upper 30s at that point. We'll see those highs into the low 40s this afternoon, Chris. Soak it up. We're going to be warm all weekend long before a bigger cold front arrives early next week.
Unusual this time of year not to have any snow in the forecast?
Not right now. Anyway, that's how it looks.
All right. Thanks, Chris. 6/16, Black Friday, shifting online even more this year as the pandemic keeps many shoppers home and as big box stores change their strategies. Naomi Ruckham gives us a look this morning at how the holiday shopping season will look different starting today.
The countdown to Christmas is on. Black Friday remains the unofficial kickoff to the holiday shopping season. And while some shoppers can't resist the traditional post-Thanksgiving stakeout, experts predict much of that shopping will go virtual.
One of the things we're seeing this season is, due to the pandemic, a lot of people are shifting their shopping online for the first time.
Despite the financial woes brought on by an international pandemic, the National Retail Federation is expecting total holiday sales to increase between 3.6 and 5.2%. Online shopping giants like Amazon are seeing their biggest season yet, and all those deals will last longer this year.
What's different about this Black Friday is not only that more and more people are going to be shopping online, but we're going to see a merging of Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
So which deals are best sought on Black Friday?
Black Friday is going to be your best day to get deals on categories like TVs and appliances. But if you're in the market for toys or computers, you'll want to wait till the weekend following Thanksgiving.
If you are heading out for Black Friday, expect lines, not only because diehard shoppers still love the tradition, but also due to capacity limits under the pandemic.
We did a Black Friday before, how there's lots of people. This was the only store that was doing in person, like waiting in line. With the pandemic, everything is different, right? We're just trying to navigate our way through it.
With shoppers eager to spend on family members they haven't seen in months, deal hunters will want a head start.
The good news is that the deals are going to last all weekend long. The bad news is that items might not last all weekend long.
Proof that even in a pandemic, holiday shopping carries on. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
Something else you may have noticed about Black Friday this year, the savings are not just limited to the day after Thanksgiving. Many stores are offering promotions both in-store and online as retail went heavily virtual when the pandemic-related measures first kept shoppers home. The Better Business Bureau of Wisconsin says with most deals online, watch out for scams.
You're shopping online, make sure that you're shopping the real website. Scammers mimic real retail websites. So they may change an E to a 3 in the website address or an S to a Z or put 2 L's in it. You really want to make sure that you're on the correct website when you are shopping before you click that purchase button.
Some major retailers have bulked up their staffing to handle curbside and delivery orders to meet anticipated demand. With cases and virus transmission rates on the rise, those trends showed no signs of stopping. The CDC says it does consider shopping in crowded stores just before, on, or after Thanksgiving a higher risk activity. Ahead of Christmas, experts predict you'll find the deepest discounts on electronics. If you're patient enough to wait until after the holiday to get some shopping done, that's when you'll find the best deals on tools and home improvement items. And once you get your shopping done, if you're sending a present to someone, you'll want to get that done ASAP. The week of December 14th to the 21st is expected to be the peak this year for the busiest time to mail, for mailing, shipping, and delivery. With more online shopping expected than ever before, USPS is expanding Sunday deliveries in the busiest cities. Mail carriers will also be delivering Priority Mail Express packages on Christmas Day for an additional fee. If you're sending first-class mail, the recommended deadline to do so is December 18th to make sure that it gets there before Christmas. Still ahead for us on this Friday, it's time to get into the holiday spirit. Which specials you'll find airing on TV today? And coming up in our next half hour, health officials warning of a post-Thanksgiving surge in cases. When we'll start to see those new infections develop. Stay with us.
Go to Amazon.com skills to enable Channel 3000 news briefs.
I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? Ooh, nice.
Keep your home and family warm and cozy this winter with a new degree of comfort from your local Rheem contractor.
Feel the Wohlers difference. Call Wohlers Heating and Air Conditioning today. Serving Dane County for over 45 years.
When you protect what's important to you from COVID-19, you help protect everyone in Wisconsin. Learn how you can stop the spread at dhs.wisconsin.gov/COVID-19.
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the gang's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Now, during the Chevy Cyber Sales event, use $500 Cyber Cash on most SUVs when you unlock your code. That's around $179 a month on this 2020 Trax for qualified lessees.
4 days only. It's Black Friday now at Grand Appliance. November 11th through November 14th, get up to $800 in extra savings on top appliance brands exclusively at Grand. Shop in-store or online at grandappliance.com for offers like this Frigidaire 4-piece stainless steel kitchen with side-by-side fridge for just $20.96 after rebate. For unbeatable appliance deals without the crowds or holiday interruptions, shop the Black Friday Now sale exclusively at Grand Appliance.
An evening in front of the fire can be so relaxing, but dangerous creosote buildup can cause a chimney fire if not removed. Help protect your home with CSL, the Creosote Sweeping Log. It helps clean your chimney while it burns. Inside your chimney walls, there's a constant buildup of flammable tar and creosote. The active minerals in CSL will reduce those dangerous deposits, making your next fire safer. It's so easy. Burn just once every 60 fires. CSL, the Creosote Sweeping Log.
Get CSL. Available at Menards, The Home Depot, True Value, and Walmart.
Is your home giving you the cold shoulder? Fight back with a new energy-saving furnace from your local Rheem contractor.
Feel the Wohlers difference. Call Wohlers Heating and Air Conditioning today. Serving Dane County for over 45 years.
I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? Ooh, nice.
We want to thank Ellie for sharing her morning with us from the snow on Tuesday morning. looks wonderful. It looks so pretty. It looks so gosh darn beautiful last Tuesday morning when the snow stuck around. Too bad it melted so quick, huh, Chris?
I know, but Tuesday's snow event, I had to wake up and take pictures too. My mom and sister are in from Houston and got to see a little bit of Wisconsin weather while they were here, so I was happy for that.
Yeah, unfortunately, not too much snow. I mean, for me, I like the snow, so I say unfortunately there's not too much snow, if any snow in the forecast over the next 10 days. Of course, Chris, you'll detail that coming up here in the next few minutes. I wanted to talk about this too. You know, Thanksgiving's over now. A lot of people are ready to decorate for Christmas, and we found these ornaments that kind of sum up 2020. One ornament is a roll of toilet paper that says 2020 Survivor. Another says 6 feet apart, but still in my heart. This is perhaps a favorite, though, among the morning crew here. This one says, baby, it's COVID outside. These ornaments are on sale right now. You can find them on Etsy. And hey, if you need a show to get you into the holiday spirit, Madison Baker is being featured on the 2nd season of the Netflix show Sugar Rush Christmas. Dustin Barman and his partner Tyler are competing. Barman is a home baker who owns D-Bar Bakery in Madison. Sugar Rush Christmas premieres today on Netflix. If you're looking for something a little more traditional to watch, tune into CBS tonight. Frosty the Snowman kicks off a season of holiday specials. The fun continues with Frosty Returns right after. Catch the back-to-back shows tonight at 8 o'clock on CBS. Chris, do you have any favorite holiday movies or shows?
It would be the Polar Express.
The Polar Express.
Yes, no, that is the one that gets me into the Christmas spirit every time with the bells. That's what does it. So that's the one.
Yeah, we listened to the kids' Christmas mix on Pandora, and the Polar Express songs come up on that all the time. So I know those tunes very, very well.
Yeah, easy.
So the forecast, pretty mild.
It is.
At least to start out the morning?
Yeah, not wintry by any means at all. We're going to see temperatures warming up into the upper 30s by lunch, low 40s for highs, moving into the afternoon. That comes with sunshine, so we've been spoiled around here. Overnight tonight, we're cooling down to 24. Then tomorrow, those temperatures are close to 50. We'll see some cool downs next week with highs in the 30s, but that comes with sunshine.
All right, thanks, Chris. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Beat the clock to the biggest Black Friday sale ever at Ashley Home Store. Save up to 70% off doorbusters and special deals on our hottest looks store-wide. Plus, take up to a bonus 20% off our sale prices Friday only. Doors open at 7 a.m. Shop early and receive a free gift. Ashley Home Store.
Dear Wallet, Toyota Black Friday is revving up. Packing the tech, packing the style, packing the safety, and packing the deals. The best part about Toyota Black Friday, you can get it all to go in one sleek package. Yours, Toyota. Get 1.9% APR for 60 months plus $500 APR bonus cash on a new 2021 Highlander or Highlander Hybrid. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Advanced non-small cell lung cancer can take away so much. But today, there's a combination of 2 immunotherapies you can take first. One that could mean a chance to live longer. Opdivo plus Yervoy is for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell lung cancer that is spread and that tests positive for PD-L1 and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. It's the first and only approved chemo-free combination of 2 immunotherapies that works together in different ways to harness the power of the immune system. Opdivo plus Yervoy equals a chance for more days, more nights, more beautiful weekends, more ugly sweaters, more big hugs, more small outings. Opdivo and Yervoy can cause your immune system to attack normal organs and tissues in your body and affect how they work. This may happen during or after treatment is ended and can become serious and lead to death. Some of these problems may happen more often when Opdivo is used with Yervoy. See your doctor right away if you have a new or worse cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, extreme tiredness, weight changes, constipation, excessive thirst, changes in urine or eyesight, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, flushing, fever, or tingling in hands and feet. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant or lung, breathing, or liver problems. Here's to a chance for more together time, a chance to live longer. Ask your doctor about Opdivo plus Yervoy. Thank you to all involved in our clinical trials.
Since 1902, Carrier has been inventing new ways to make people comfortable. And today, comfort can also mean efficiency, because being more efficient with your home heating can mean spending less on it. And that's something everyone can get comfortable with. If you're ready for Carrier comfort, now you can get cool cash rebates of up to $1,650 on a new system. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Call Arts Electric and Heating, serving Dane and Columbia counties.
In the Richland Center area, call Ash Creek Plumbing and Heating.
Beat the clock to the biggest Black Friday appliance sale ever at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Doors open at 7 a.m. Friday. Save up to 50% off doorbusters, special buys, and power packages, plus no interest for 18 months. Shop early and get a free gift at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Today normally starts the holiday shopping rush. How those deals could look a lot different starting today. And after a day off for the holiday, the recount will start back up in Dane County this morning. The latest on when that recount could wrap up.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, November 27th. I'm Chris Stanford. Leah and Josh are off this morning. After urging everyone to stay home for Thanksgiving, health officials are now bracing for another possible post-holiday surge. State and county health officials confirmed 4,546 new cases of COVID on Thanksgiving. There are nearly 75,000 active cases in the state. Health officials confirmed an additional 58 deaths yesterday as well. That brings the state's total to 3,303. If there is a post-Thanksgiving surge, hospitals say it won't show up in the numbers until sometime next week. With many hospitals already at or near capacity, the worry is they could be overwhelmed by mid-December if there's a spike in cases after family gatherings this week. The Rush University Medical Center in Chicago is turning their lobby into a COVID triage area in preparation for an influx, and they're already struggling to find space for everyone.
There are 19 patients waiting for a bed right now because we don't have any upstairs.
Here in South Central Wisconsin, DHS says only about 14% of hospital beds are available. It'll be about 10 days before we know for sure what effect Thanksgiving gatherings had on COVID cases. With the number of coronavirus cases rising and temperatures dipping, many small businesses will be thankful if they can get through the winter. Moses Altsek from the UW School of Business says many restaurants are finding ways to adapt, whether it's outdoor heaters or trying out food delivery. But for others that aren't able to do that, he suggests buying a gift card or donating to their GoFundMe pages. Many businesses like Cask and Ale on State Street have temporarily shut down.
It was hard. I didn't want to ask people for money, and it's been I'm sorry, I don't want to get emotional, but it's been awesome seeing everyone's donations.
Why not support them if you can picture yourself going back there and eating live in person with your friends in a few months?
Both Bull and Altsek hope government leaders can agree on some financial assistance to help those businesses make it through the winter. Today is Black Friday, of course, but shopping is bound to look a lot different this year because of the pandemic. There won't be those long lines we're used to seeing at malls. The National Retail Federation says holiday sales are expected to grow anyway, between 3.6 and 5.2% this year in November and December, compared to those months last year. The Better Business Bureau of Wisconsin says that's because deals won't be limited to just a few days this year.
We're going to be seeing deals not only on Black Friday this year, but we're going to be seeing them all month long. So those doorbusters that you get on Black Friday, retailers are preparing to spread those out so more shoppers can come out and get them in a social distanced way.
The Better Business Bureau says you shouldn't be afraid to ask stores, especially local ones, about their shopping options. Customers can ask if the stores restrict numbers of shoppers, if they have times that aren't as busy, or if they're set up for curbside transactions. One of the places handling Black Friday differently this year, the nation's largest mall. The Mall of America won't open until 8 o'clock this morning to avoid unnecessary crowds. They're also putting several safety measures into place, including extensive sanitizing efforts and requiring everyone to wear a mask. They're also offering curbside pickup and live stream shopping services to help reduce contact in the mall. Tough news for kids, too. Santa will not be in person at Mall of America this year, but there will be a virtual Santa available. With more people doing their holiday shopping online this year, the Postal Service says you should get those orders in soon. That's because the USPS is still seeing significant delays. You want to avoid the peak shipping period in order to make sure your gifts make it in time for Christmas. This year, that's expected to be the week of December 14th through the 21st. To handle the extra demand this year in some cities, the Postal Service is expanding deliveries on Sundays. The recommended deadline for first-class mail is December 18th. Starting the next day, it's recommended you use priority mail to make sure your packages arrive in time. Mail carriers will also deliver priority mail express packages through Christmas Day for an extra fee. 6:34 right now, checking in with Chris Reese, who's in for Hattie this morning. How was your Thanksgiving, my friend?
Thanksgiving was good in the Reese household. How about you?
It was just a few of us. It was just the immediate family, still some good quality family time.
Well, that's certainly some good news. Cold front on top of us right now, Chris. It's pushing down towards the south and east. Temperatures are still going to remain fairly mild like what we've seen. High pressure starting to move in from the north and west. That will bring more sunshine as early as this afternoon. That sunshine's going to stick around with us really for quite a while. A couple of snowflakes throughout northern Wisconsin right now. This is already starting to fall apart. This will not have any impact on us down here in south central Wisconsin. We have the cloud cover out there now. That goes by the wayside in just a matter of a couple of hours. 34 our temperature. Air is calm, so the wind chill also at 34. 36 in Janesville right now. Juneau waking up at 33. Watertown, good morning. You're joining us in Madison at 34. A little bit cooler back towards the north and west. 31 in Camp Douglas. Viroqua waking up into the upper 20s this morning. But as I take you hour by hour, here's how things look into the afternoon. This is 3 o'clock. We are into the low 40s. Again, the clouds move out, so sunshine sticks around for all of us. We're cooling down towards 24 tonight. But folks, the wind direction, watch how that switches out of the south and west. A southwest wind is one that really warms things up into tomorrow. So your Saturday highs will be into the upper 40s and close to 50. I would not be surprised if several of you make it into the low 50s for your highs tomorrow. Even Sunday should generally be fairly mild for us. But I want to show you this. This is the upper air pattern. This disturbance right here will likely become a bigger storm system for the Ohio Valley as we move into next week. By Sunday, that's over Texas. Here's the colder air starting to work its way in out of Canada. The two of these become a bigger storm system over the Ohio Valley and the eastern seaboard. Let me go ahead and show you that on Future Track. This is what radar may look like into early next week. You see the moisture streaming in on Sunday. Here's the colder air starting to move in from the north. This likely becomes a snow event for parts of the Great Lakes and the Ohio Valley. This is the part of the country that has really been in somewhat of a snow drought. There haven't been big snow events there really in a couple of years. We will be impacted by that in terms of the wind, but in terms of the sky conditions, we should generally remain with the sunshine. We're colder as well, 32 on Monday, 30s all the way through next week. We have another shot of making it to 40 degrees by next weekend, Chris.
And no snow.
No snow.
No shots of snow or anything.
Not right now anyway.
Forecast. All right. We know you'll let us know if it changes. 636, people have donated nearly $14,000 to help the family of a Sun Prairie woman. Julie Nelson passed away after she was hit by a car last week. Her wife, a Madison police officer, was also seriously hurt. The two were walking near their home when it happened. Police have arrested one of the men involved, 32-year-old James Blackstone, for misdemeanor bail jumping. After taking the holiday off, the recount of Dane County's presidential election results will continue today. A live look inside Monona Terrace this morning, where things will start back up here in just a couple of hours. Dane County Clerk Scott McDonald says ballots from Madison are the only ones left to count. They were about 60% done when they stopped counting Wednesday night. Dane and Milwaukee counties have until December 1st to finish up. Both say they will be done in plenty of time. As the recount continues, President Trump will head to Camp David today after spending Thanksgiving at the White House. He called U.S. troops stationed overseas to thank them for their service yesterday. He also repeated unsubstantiated claims of election fraud. Trump says he would leave the White House if the Electoral College declares Joe Biden the winner of the election, but even then said he still might not concede. Meanwhile, the president is planning a campaign stop in Georgia next week ahead of the state's Senate runoff election. Trump is planning to be at an event supporting Republican Senators David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler next Saturday. Both are trying to keep their seats in a runoff election scheduled for the 5th. Those races will decide the balance of power in Congress. If either one holds on to their seat, Republicans will remain in control of the Senate. If both lose, Democrats will have control of both the Senate and the House. The NFL's reigning MVP has tested positive for coronavirus. The NFL Network and ESPN both reporting overnight that quarterback Lamar Jackson, the latest player on the Baltimore Ravens to test positive. The outbreak in the Ravens locker room forced their game scheduled for last night against the Steelers to be moved to Sunday. And with at least a dozen cases on the team confirmed, it's possible that game Sunday could be postponed. The Ravens would be missing several key players if the game is still played. Meantime, the Packers should be ready to go for their big matchup against the rival Chicago Bears on Sunday night. The Packers aren't reporting any COVID cases right now. The team should be mostly healthy for the primetime showdown. Wide receiver Devontae Adams still nursing an ankle injury and didn't practice yesterday, but we should get a better idea of his availability later today. Kickoff is set for 7:20 Sunday night. We'll have highlights for you on Monday morning. The Badgers men's basketball team will be back on the court at the Kohl Center tonight for their second game of the year. The 7th-ranked Badgers won their season opener Wednesday against Eastern Illinois, 77-67. They'll face Arkansas Pine Bluff tonight. Tip-off 8 o'clock on the Big Ten Network. As we go to break, let's take a look outside, Capital shining bright this morning. It is pretty mild out there this morning. Chris Reese will let us know if there are any big changes on the way. And if you're looking for something to do with the family this weekend, a winter wonderland isn't that far away. An annual holiday tradition in Janesville opens up tonight. I'll tell you about it when News 3 Now This Morning returns.
Beat the clock to the biggest Black Friday appliance sale ever at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Doors open at 7 a.m. Friday. Save up to 50% off doorbusters, special buys, and power packages, plus no interest for 18 months. Shop early and get a free gift at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
It's Chevy Truck Month. It's Deck Building Month. It's Toy Hauling Month. It's Explore New Ground Month. It's the month to get things done. Make it your own and make every month Chevy Truck Month.
Get $4,500 cash allowance on all 2020 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes the dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family warm this winter,
here, let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant. Whatever it takes.
Call and ask about a free estimate from Cardinal Heating Sun Prairie.
Give us a call at Dale's Heating and Air Conditioning, putting your comfort first.
Get more home for the holidays now with the Brothers Maine Black Friday is Today sale. Shop online or safely in store to get up to 38% off and up to $2,000 back on qualifying GE Cafe and GE Profile appliances. Check out our Hot Point top load washer and dryer. Buy the pair and pay only $4.49 each. This is your Black Friday store for more, including free delivery. The Black Friday is Today sale. Hurry in today for more selection, more savings, and more home for the holidays from the Brothers Maine. Your local store for more since 1938.
To most people, the idea of fighting is unpleasant. But sometimes to make things right, it's necessary to fight. Some things are worth fighting for. If you or your family has been injured, you'll want a good law firm on your side to make things right again. Since 1930, Habish, Habish & Rotier has recovered more million-dollar results for our clients than any other law firm in Wisconsin. Habish, Habish & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Beat the clock to the biggest Black Friday sale ever at Ashley Home Store. Save up to 70% off doorbusters and special deals on our hottest looks store-wide. Plus, take up to a bonus 20% off our sale prices Friday only. Doors open at 7 a.m. Shop early and receive a free gift. Ashley Home Store.
Accurate news as it happens.
Seeing some problems out there with this first impactful snow.
Right here, where you live.
What do you think if we gave you Thanksgiving dinner? They're like...
Information that you can use.
So if you don't have symptoms, they suggest waiting until later in the week.
From the team you can trust.
These individuals are sentenced to time, not death.
For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now.
This Thanksgiving might have been a lonely one for those who are elderly or homebound. That's why dozens of volunteers chipped in this year to at least make sure those folks had a traditional Thanksgiving dinner. The Thanksgiving meal deliveries are a long-standing tradition for the Door Creek Church in partnership with Newbridge. And instead of volunteers cooking the meals themselves this year, LJ's Tavern chipped in and cooked everything ahead of time. Volunteers took the meals from the kitchen to deliver them curbside.
It's a wonderful message to see that the community comes together, people volunteer their time, and they get to meet people. We have drivers who have been driving with us for 20 years.
I just needed to do something to help other people, you know. You gotta do something. And it's limited as to what else we all can do, so you do what you can.
About 60 drivers took the meals out to more than 350 people in the community for contactless deliveries. You have a chance to get the family into the holiday spirit later tonight. The Rotary Botanical Gardens Holiday Light Show gets underway tonight in Janesville. The walk through the gardens path features more than 1 million lights. There are some changes this year because of COVID. The entire route's going to be one way with specific entrance and exit points. Attendance will be capped every night to limit the number of people there. You'll have to buy tickets for a specific night ahead of time, and face coverings will be required for everyone. The holidays are a time for family traditions, right? But we saw this, had to show it with you. It's a Florida family's tradition that might make you a little squeamish. So every year, Mark O'Donnell and his family thaw their Thanksgiving turkey in the pool. They live in Florida, so they say the heat thaws out the turkey in a few hours. This is, of course, not recommended by the USDA, but they say the turkey is wrapped so tight that chlorine doesn't get in. I don't know about that. They say the tradition started about 18 years ago when they forgot to take the turkey out of the freezer. I don't know, Chris Reese.
I'm not for it. I'm not for it. Now, at 5 o'clock, I told you all that I wanted my mom to chime in because she was watching the show, and she did, and it does not pass the test. She said I wouldn't eat it with a puking face emoji.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel the same way.
Yeah.
After 18 years of them doing this, though, I'm shocked that they're still doing it.
Seems like no one's gotten sick. I guess it works for them.
No, thanks. I am not brave enough to try that.
All right. Weather-wise, we're starting to see the sunshine return, so that's some good news earlier on. We're watching the sun rise above the horizon as we speak. A little bit of cloud cover out there, but all the cloud cover goes away in due time. 34 still our temperature right now. The air is calm, so it's not windy as you step out, but still you might want a light jacket with temperatures into the 30s. 36 in Janesville right now. Milwaukee and Kenosha, they're into the 40s already, upper 20s as you work your way just back towards the north and west. With the clouds, the question is always, well, is anything going to fall out of them? The answer is no right now. High-resolution Doppler is free of any type of rain showers or snow showers throughout south central Wisconsin. Will be drying out. Just give it some time. By lunchtime, we're in the upper 30s with skies full of sunshine. We'll see those highs right around 42.
Not too bad out there. Thanks, Chris. 6:46. Coming up in the Sprint, we'll have the latest on issues with one of the potential COVID-19 vaccines. But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, let us know so we can show their picture on TV. We'll be right back.
Coast 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Keep your home and family warm and cozy this winter with a new degree of comfort from your local Rheem contractor.
Feel the Wohlers difference. Call Wohlers Heating and Air Conditioning today. Serving Dane County for over 45 years.
I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? Ooh, nice.
Do you have dry, cracked hands from constant washing, cold weather, and hard work? Try O'Keefe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keefe's for healthy feet. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked feet.
I got your back, you got mine. Think about you all the time. Together we can come through. That's what love's made of. Give thanks, no matter how you share it.
4 days only. It's
It's Black Friday now at Grand Appliance. November 11th through November 14th, get up to $800 in extra savings on top appliance brands exclusively at Grand. Shop in store or online at grandappliance.com for offers like this Samsung front-load laundry pair with steam for just $11.96 after rebate savings. For unbeatable appliance deals without the crowds or holiday interruptions, shop the Black Friday Now sale exclusively at Grand Appliance.
Hey, no cell phones at the table.
But it's Grandma.
Hi, Mom.
It's time to cozy up and have fun. Go ahead, give your home those new items you're craving for a comfy new feel. The time is right. It's Slumberland's biggest Thanksgiving sale in 3 years. You'll get an additional 25% off our already low prices. Get your look for less at the Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland.
Bye, Grandma. Bye, Grandma.
You love your business. Every day, you coddle it, pamper it. Maybe the growing pains were hard, but you put everything into it, nurtured it, and fed it, so it would grow. It's only natural that you'd want to protect it with the right insurance. Pamper your business with a policy from Westband and wrap it in the cozy warmth of the silver lining.
I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? Ooh, nice.
Is your home giving you the cold shoulder? Fight back with a new energy-saving furnace from your local Rheem contractor.
Feel the Wohlers difference. Call Wohlers Heating and Air Conditioning today. Serving Dane County for over 45 years.
Ryan Funeral Homes, providing compassionate care since 1938.
6:49, time for the morning sprint. Health officials are expecting a lull in coronavirus cases over the next few days before a possible surge. That's because of a lull in testing during the Thanksgiving holiday. If you went to a gathering and want to get tested, experts say you should wait 3 to 5 days. Any possible exposure won't show up in a test any sooner than that. We saw delayed surges in cases after Memorial Day and the 4th of July. Hospitals are worried that they don't have enough space if it happens this time around. Only about 14% of hospital beds in South Central Wisconsin are available right now. AstraZeneca is admitting it made a mistake in the trials of its possible COVID-19 vaccine. The company says test subjects that got a half dose of the vaccine got it by mistake. That has scientists and experts questioning the validity of the test results. AstraZeneca said last week its vaccine was about 70% effective, but critics say the results haven't been peer-reviewed and don't show whether the most promising results worked in older people who are most at risk. With community spread of the virus getting worse, health officials are turning to cell phones for contact tracing. At least 15 states are using apps on Android and iPhones to help notify people of possible exposures. When someone using the system tests positives, they'll enter a PIN from a health official into their phone, and anyone with a phone that was within that person, or near that person in the last 2 weeks will get an alert they were possibly exposed. The U.S. Supreme Court striking down COVID restrictions put on religious organizations in the state of New York. In a 5-4 decision, the court ruled places of worship in New York were facing more restrictive regulations than restaurants and other secular businesses. New Justice Amy Coney Barrett was one of the deciding votes, with Chief Justice John Roberts siding with the 3 liberals on the court. Breaking overnight, a family in the village of Blue Mounds out of their home this morning after a fire. 5 area fire departments responded overnight. They started about 8:30. They believe it started with a lit candle. The home suffered an estimated $200,000 worth of damage. Multiple departments also responding to a house fire in Brooklyn overnight. Dane County Dispatch says firefighters were called to the home just off of Highway 92 just before 11 o'clock last night. Crews were there for about 3.5 hours before they got things under control. No injuries are reported. Today, Black Friday. Things will look a lot different this year, though. Retailers are spreading out deals over the holiday season to keep crowds small. Some stores like Walmart and Macy's began their holiday deals earlier this month. Others start today. Despite the pandemic, a little more than 1/3 of Americans are still planning to visit stores in person, while most of their this year's holiday shopping is expected to be done online. All that shopping has the U.S. Postal Service telling people not to wait until the last minute if they want those packages to get there before Christmas. They're still seeing significant delays because of the pandemic. Peak shipping season is expected to be between December 14th and the 21st, so probably a good idea to get those orders out soon. If you wait, the Postal Service says you'll want to use priority mail after December 18th to make sure everything gets there before Christmas. A new survey says working from home has many people wondering about the future of what work looks like. About 74% of people polled by the real estate firm JLL say that they would like to see businesses shift to a 4-day work week in the future. Perhaps not surprisingly, only 18% said that they were not in favor of the idea. Presidential election recounts will resume today in Dane and Milwaukee counties. Both hope to wrap up by Thanksgiving, but are running a bit behind after several challenges from the Trump campaign. Still, both counties anticipate wrapping up their recounts soon, well ahead of the December 1st deadline. By law, Wisconsin results have to be certified by Tuesday. For the first time, President Trump says he will leave the White House if the Electoral College determines Joe Biden the winner. However, he is continuing to challenge election results and says he may not concede even if the Electoral College makes it official. Trump made the comments last night while once again repeating unfounded claims that the election was rigged. There have been no reports of any widespread voter fraud that would change the outcome. President-elect Joe Biden, meantime, releasing a Thanksgiving video message acknowledging the sacrifice many families made for the holiday and saying that better days are coming. The Bidens urged families to stay safe as the pandemic carries on. The Packers are getting ready for a Sunday night showdown against the Bears. Green Bay has a 2-game lead in the division over the Bears, but the two teams are scheduled to face each other twice in the coming weeks. The big question, who will start for quarterback for Chicago? Nick Foles is out, which means Mitch Trubisky could get the start. Former Badger J.J. Watt having a big day on Thanksgiving against the Lions. Check this out. He makes a rare interception, picking off Matthew Stafford and then strolling in for the touchdown. Watt's Texans crushed the Lions 41-25 while improving to 4-7 on the year and possibly sending the Lions into last place in the North.
The sun is starting to come up on this Friday. Still some cloud cover out there. Temperature-wise, we were at 34 degrees. We'll be warming up as we go through the day. A couple of snowflakes have flown throughout northern Wisconsin. Southern Wisconsin will remain quiet, even though we still have that cloud cover in place. Nothing should come out of those at all. Let's take you hour by hour into the afternoon. We'll see those highs right around 42. That comes with abundant sunshine for pretty much all of us. Overnight tonight, look for clear skies. Lows will be into the mid-20s. We're warming up to the upper 40s and low 50s as we move into your Sunday. Here's the upper air pattern, though, as we break down what to expect for the rest of the week and beyond. We have a storm system developing around the Four Corners with colder air starting to move in out of Canada. Early next week, those two merge into a bigger storm system over the Ohio Valley. That brings a lot of wind to south central Wisconsin. The snow will be towards our south and east. The wind, that'll be here with us, but that is not all. We'll see multiple shots of colder air coming our way, and even with the cold shots, believe it or not, we will see our temperatures still hover to around or just above what we would normally expect this time of the year. 40s for the weekend, 30s arrive on Monday. We're staying in the 30s all the way through Friday next week. By Saturday, we have another shot at 40 before another cold cool down in the week to follow that. So it's the temperature yo-yo.
There you go. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for watching this morning, folks. Have a great weekend.